Situated on the banks of Yamuna, Majnu Tila was built on a piece of land granted to Tibetan asylum seekers fleeing Chinese occupation in the 1960s. Since then, the community has attained a firm balance in preserving their communal identity and establishing a flourishing commercial hub. The inhabitants have assimilated themselves into Indian culture while keeping their Tibetan identity alive. However, the identities of the inhabitants are still in a limbo. The colony is yet to attain a legal status. In 1995, the residents were given a formal assurance from the center that they would be allowed to remain at the site until the international dispute over Tibet was settled. However, as of 2012, a court order has avoided eviction, regularizing the status of the colony. In March 2013, the government of Delhi included New Aruna Nagar, that is the official name of Majnu Tila, in its list of 895 to be regularized colonies. Despite the failure to assimilate politically, the community does not remain untouched from cultural assimilation. One can hear Bollywood songs being played in the streets with kids flocking around hawkers. An influx of Korean culture is also witnessed all around, with restaurants offering Korean cuisine and stores dedicated to selling Korean ramen and snacks. Their sustenance depends largely on the popularity the settlement enjoys among tourists and students. Many people have left the community in order to find jobs somewhere else, but the commercial business of restaurants and handicraft stores remains the largest source of income for the most families. It is not just a source of livelihood for them, but a means to keep their culture alive. Their struggle for identity is not just constitutional, but also a challenge to find a cultural footing. The prayer flags and distinct handicrafts in shop windows serve as a constant reminders of the heritage of its occupants. The secondary school in Majnu Tila comes under the Central Tibetan Schools Administration, an Indian government body under the Ministry of Human Resource Development, educating the students about their history and their culture. The monastery is the first major landmark of Majnu Tila's Tibetan colony, where dishes like shapta, laughing, and shaple help make up the menu of most traditional eateries. As followers of Buddhism, the prayer wheels and statues of Lord Buddha with the portraits of His Holiness Dalai Lama are an inseparable part of the colony. One can find shops selling exotic Tibetan jewelry, Buddhist artifacts, and crockery on either side of the colony. In this labyrinth, there are stalls full of copies of branded shoes and clothes, reflecting the latest in fashion trends across Asia. Most of the tiny outlets sell Buddhist curios and Tibetan literature. You can find old ladies sitting in the sun, making fresh momos and laughing in the temple area. The colony has made itself the cultural hub for everything Asian.